Hey, where y'all going? Oh, I'm straight on that. I'm going to the Purple Shell.
Hey, man, say, man, if you don't know, now you do. You tune into another episode of the Purple Shell podcast, and we popping it. You dig what I'm saying, man? I am your host, the real him, not them. What we doing?
Hey, man, it's your boy Reality. We outside.
But what happened to the T? God damn, man. Man, it's cool as fucking. I'm just jealous of the fact that Reality ain't working on his name skills yet, man. But it's all right.
That's been my name for a long time.
I know, but you don't know how to introduce it yet.
Shit, Reality.
There you go.
All right. How you doing?
Hey, yeah. And we got a special guest in the house tonight. You dig what I'm saying? For the folks that don't know who's slow, let them know who you is, man.
I go by the name of 24 Hours, man. Thankful to be here.
Yeah.
From the screen, from the TV screen to sitting on the couch.
Come on, man. You see what's going on, man.
Oh, my boy. Man,
That's
how you
hard,
doing
man.
today?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed.
Man,
I'm blessed.
You
I'm
see you
happy
fresh,
to be
bro. Where you get that goddamn, where you get that hoodie at?
somewhere last year when it was cold. I was out in LA.
Brought it back out.
It's cold.
Yeah. Caught him off guard with his
shit
drip.
back out, man.
He like, hey, y'all forgot about this shit last year. Boom.
Yeah,
Nah,
y'all
they did
overlooked
shit,
this
yeah.
one on my gram. It's
Facts.
He said, hey, now I got to throw a picture up.
Facts.
cool. Shit, we live than that because now it's on here. It's like they gonna see it.
They go see that shit, you did. But no, for sure. So we got a legend in the motherfucking building, Atlanta legend for sure, going crazy, you dig. So I know you from way back from the days of the Rolls Royce Rizzy. You dig what I'm saying?
Rizzy.
Going too crazy.
Let's get into it.
Come on, man.
Into it.
So let's go back to then. You dig what I'm saying?
Okay.
So when you started Rolls Royce Rizzy, what was your mind frame then when you was just popping your shit back then, man?
Like I used to listen to Kanye a lot, and I used to be like, why he be calling himself all these other names instead of just like Kanye? Every time he came on the song, like he'd say different shit or like this the Louis Vuitton down. Like I'm like, man, I need like some like I'm fly like this Rizzy shit. I need something like. That's when I came up with the Rolls Royce playing around.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. There you go.
Hey, that's dope as shit.
Yeah, we was trying to figure out. We was going through the old music and trying to figure out what was that one that had broke through that we was like, damn, that was that hit. And it was a couple of them on there that we was like, yeah, it was one. It was
The goddamn.
Him was the one.
That was the one. Okay, that's what we was trying to figure out. So that was that one.
My goddamn, to be honest, shout out to DJ Black Boy.
Hey,
That's Playboy Cardi DJ and DJ Tone.
okay.
Two Atlanta DJs at the time. They was like in all the clubs like Mansion Elon and all the stuff like that. And I would go to the club and I was trying to figure out like what do I need? At this time, I really wanted a record that worked in the club. So I cut this song. It really came from Vine. Like Vine was cracking at the time. So some girl was
Shout out
like,
to
why did I
Vine.
visit Atlanta? And it sounded like this. And she was just like, goddamn everything. I'm like,
Okay.
man, she ain't lying. I'm about to make it a song. I made it a song. And them boys took it to Mansion Elon and was like, it's up. Like,
Yeah.
if you make a song in Atlanta and you play it in the club and whatever dance we got currently going on, if they start doing it,
Yeah,
in there.
it's a hit.
At that time, everybody was doing the nay, all that type shit. And like, really, when you would check the song online on YouTube, it was kids just dancing to it. They was dancing to Thug Stoner too at the same time. And what's that? Boy, we turn up here, goddamn, where we go?
They won the super group.
And that was, we really digging in the car. But like, yeah, around that time, yep, that was my biggest Rizzy record for sure.
So with Rizzy and your situation with SoSo Def, what was the, I don't want to say fallout or what was, you know what I'm saying, what was the situation with that?
Never no fallout. Shout out to Don Chichi. Shout out Jermaine Dupri. It was like this. JD had heard my song like on his own and was like, man, who is this? This nigga talk like me. He sound like I say, goddamn, man. The doorbell ring, the food get here, be like, goddamn.
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
So he like, man, whoever this is that I'm hearing on the radio, he sound like me. The song was on the radio already. He tweeted me or something like that, and I'm like, damn, I'm in Atlanta. He might as well remix this one. So I retweeted like, y'all tell him to do the remix. And it went so at this time, like, I'm like a nerd when it comes to the internet. So like my social media cracking at that time. So all my fans is tearing JD Twitter up. He like, man, y'all really behind him. So he told me to send a song. He hopped on it.
Oh shit.
And he met me. Like before he just hopped on it, he didn't know, like, man, I'm gonna just hop on this song because it looked like he got a fan base or something. But when he met me and we got to speaking and talking, like probably like 3 days later, he's like, man, I want to manage you, bro. I want to help you out. And then we took it from there. And then fast forward.
Y'all did the remix.
We did the remix. We put K-Camp on it because he, like,
Northside.
Money Baby, but Money Baby was just on fire at the time. So we put K-Camp on it. Then we had a bunch of different people send me
You had Lil
verses.
Scrappy?
Well, yeah, we
Ludacris.
I put Scrappy on it just as, like, you know, like, prior I was signed to Scrap before JD, so it's like I wanted to just pay homage and put him on there. Who else? Twista. I put Twista because, like, out of a list of 15 people that sent their verse, like, I just genuinely liked his verse.
Yeah,
like,
fast.
And I was like, yo, we gonna shoot this video, so I'm thinking like Twista in Atlanta, yeah, right. But that shit happened. Like JD, I was like my first, like, I say signing with Jermaine. Like I was with Scrappy. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you got to do when you do the history.
Yeah.
Like, that's the start. But Scrap was a nigga at the end of the day. So like, when he found me, it's like, shit, come to Atlanta. I'm gonna fuck with you. I moved in with him. I'm living on Cascade with him, and I'm watching like how the music go. And then that's when I decided, like, oh, I need a record. When I created the record, that's when JD came. But at that time, I'd been moving with Scrap for like 3 years, but I wasn't never on no paperwork, so he just let me do my thing. But like, it was us together. That's what it was. But when JD came, it was like, yo, look, straight business, no nigga shit. Like, hey, what's your first and last name? We're going to LA tomorrow. Introduce you to Mark Pitts. From there, like, it was the business. So it was like, all right, let the games begin.
All right.
And we pushed with goddamn for a little while, but in reality, the radio rep, we ended up doing a deal. JD ended up taking me to RCA. And that's where Mark Pitts was at. So we ended up doing a deal. They ended up going to radio, like, on a bigger level, and it didn't work. It didn't work because radio is clean. And we got a song where we saying, you bit want to fuck, goddamn.
Goddamn.
Check, goddamn. Like,
Come
how
on.
do you clean it? Even the clean version sound corny.
Yeah.
So I remember the radio guy called me, like, I don't know why they picked this song, but, hey, best of luck. I was like, oh, man.
Yeah.
So after that, it was kind of like my little brother in my ear, like a real little brother, like, man, check my song out. Check my song. I'm like, hey, bro, you see, I'm trying to figure this JD shit out. I'm trying to figure what's my next single out, this and that. He like, well, shit, I know you busy. Just upload my song to your SoundCloud, and I'm out your hair. I'm like, cool. I put this shit on my SoundCloud, and it take up.
Crazy.
Like, my songs is doing like 20, 30,000 plays. I look back on my SoundCloud, it should say 300. That like,
Woo.
wait, what's going on? Then he like, hey, look, check this out. You know who these people is? Fader Magazine.
Okay.
Like, so I'm like, do I know? Hold up. Well, you haven't. Like, let's get this together.
Okay.
So I kind of slow down with JD a little bit. But then when I reached out to JD, like, hey, this is what I'm doing. Like, I'm about to work with my little brother on this and that because I feel like he got a shot. And I feel like, you know, we could always pick this up. Whoop-de-whoop. JD was like, I ain't never stopped nobody from, you know, moving on or nothing like that. Congrats. Hope y'all boys. And then boom. Next thing you know, Tokyo on the cover of XXL magazine. I'm managing. I'm in the background. I'm driving the truck to Texas to his first show as the manager, getting the back end.
Okay.
Like, yo, don't we know you? I'm like, yeah, his manager. Like, beat it, bro.
Okay.
Like, we got an opportunity, you know what I mean? So I took that opportunity to where he was from a real generation of like, yeah, why do we gotta do radio? I don't want to do no radio. I don't care about none of that. Like, it's me, father, Yachty, like this generation of what's going on. I'm from a generation where, nah, this is how you do it. He was just like, nah, like, we're gonna go to Fader for it. We're gonna shut that down, and I'm gonna be on. I'm like, you don't want to do like Hot 97, man.
Niggas ain't even listening
I'm
to
with the
that.
kids.
Yeah.
So me, as Rizzy, is like, it's a little different. All right, let me just be quiet and observe. I'm observing. I'm handling the business, though, because I get the business. That's what I'm on. We can't make no money with no business. This is why I
that's
just
real.
like niggas be like, man, we'll handle that later. You're going to be broke. Like, we got to handle the business. So with Tokyo, he's always like, well, look, you know the business. I'm going to try to put this shit on. I'm gonna try. Like, I trust you, and that's how we rock. And then it got to a point where it was like, JD, you know, I moved from that, working with Tokyo. We getting offers from everybody. I'm like, I think you should stay independent. I think we should stay independent because you're getting offers and people like you already. We seeing Travis Scott, we seeing Kanye, we seeing everybody just like little clips of this Uber everywhere.
Everywhere.
We like
Everywhere.
Oh yeah, I'm already know. I'm like, hey, I was just with a mogul, like one of the biggest producers in the world, and nothing was moving like this. So I'm like, yeah, I'm all with you. Let's get it. Fuck that. Yeah. So after a while of figuring it out, I'm like, oh, so this was going on. Then 24 came around.
So that whole time from you taking off from the goddamn record and sort of to us went on a hiatus. You know what I'm saying? To where it's like, all right, we didn't see you anymore. And then when you came back, like, damn, this shit sound hard as hell, but who the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You came back as 24, but you never showed your face.
Yeah, that was because it was only because, like, if I go to an interview with Tokyo and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna just be 24 here. As soon as I walk in, they be like, oh yeah, Jermaine dude. Yeah, what's up with you, brother? Like,
Yeah.
And I'm like, how can I even switch if this nigga Jermaine's so big that everywhere we go, they like, I know. So like, I'm like, you know what? We don't show the face. But see, Tokyo was so popping, bro, at the time, and this is SoundCloud. So it's like, he's so popping to where he wake up, he put a song out, and by the time we go to sleep, it's saying like 120,000. I'm like, this can't be real. Yeah. Like, but it is. So I'm like, you know what? If this is real, and that means if you start promoting my shit on there, it's gonna go up. I drop one song, it's 24, don't put no face. He reposted and be like, this is my favorite artist. And next thing you know, I start seeing Jules twerking to it. I start seeing all different people, like, and they don't know who I am though. So they just like, he got the wave. So it's like people were watching him, like watching what he promoting, and he just keep promoting it. And in a sense, if you knew Royce Rizzy and didn't know who he was and knew how he got on, like, oh, 24, or Rizzy, put my song on your SoundCloud. Like, it really did a 360, like, Big Bro put you on, then you came back around and like, you know what? You already got your connections in this, but when you, like, bro, I'm telling you, I'm on the phone with people from OVO, like, yo, like, all right, we're going to FaceTime you in 30 minutes. Oh, I don't do FaceTime. Like, because I knew. If I show my face, they're going to be like, oh, wait, I know this, nigga.
Shit.
Like, I was seeing, like, I checked my email one day. Kid you not, I checked my email one day, and it's good music, it's Def Jam, it's Downtown Records, it's everything, and I haven't even shown my face yet. They like, we would love to set up a meeting, talk to you, and I'm like, this is RCA was in there, and I thought it was funny because I'm like, nigga, am I even out y'all deal yet?
Right.
Y'all ready? Like, but they didn't know. No one knew. Like,
That's
people
hard.
was like, ain't no way. Like, ain't no way. Like, this nigga's a big nigga. How does he sound like? Like
Yeah.
they didn't know. But it was like, it was cool to me because I got to see like the numbers go up, and then it was like, once I tell you who I am, it's like you already spilled your heart about how much you love me. So like, what we doing?
Yeah.
It was about the music. It got to be about the music now. Cause y'all done flew me to, Gotti brought me to Vegas, like, yo, let me see him. I wouldn't pick up the call, do none of that shit. Like, Propane, shout out to my brother Propane, he a coach at Propane, like, look, bro, just show your face. Gotti about to get the flight, you can come down to Vegas, we're gonna be in the studio. I thought at first he was gonna be like, man, and when he see me, he just started laughing, like, oh, wow. And then he put his watch up on the thing, started playing some music we working on, and didn't show my face. And played into what I had going on, and I said, oh, yeah, this going to work. Because everybody want to be a part of something that people don't really know so much yet. Feel me?
It's that mysterious.
At that time, I dropped a song with him and Ty Dolla $ign, and I thought, now when I look back in hindsight, it was too early for me to do that, because if you a new fan of this thing that you just found, and the next thing you know, you see a song with like Weekends, and you're like,
How the hell you
this
get
don't
that?
work like that. This must be an industry plan. Where if you knew Rizzy, you'll be like, it is. But it was like, man, so that was dope. It was more so just like, I ain't want niggas to be like when labels, and I was at A&R for a couple years, like when you been around, bro, you got that much more on your back. Because it's like, well, nigga, if you had a deal, like, what's the difference over here? Why didn't that deal work out? Why should we put our money into you? and it didn't work out before. So it's
Yeah.
like it ain't as easy as people think when you already been around. If somebody type your name on YouTube, like, this nigga been out for 12 years, it still ain't work. Like, you know, it got to be something. So it's like, I was like, man, I changed my name. It's like Rizzy don't even exist.
So it more than just changed your name. You changed the whole sound too. You did,
everything,
because it was
a
like,
different vibe.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
went
totally
from
different.
Trap, like songs with Bankroll Fresh, and songs with Zaytoven to me, Ty Dolla $ign, and Party Next Door. And
Yeah,
another vibe,
yeah.
Like, you know,
So what inspired that
vibe?
that pitch and that octave that you
that wasn't inspired. Like, it was a fuck up. Like, I was just singing regularly, and then the DJ fucked it up in his Serato, and it kind of went up. And then my boy from Miami was like, this how we play shit. Like, we play our music sped up and like pitched up down here in Miami. I'm like, yeah, well, we not in Miami, so da-da-da-da-da. And then somebody was like, man, but if you put this out, nobody even know it's you. And then that's back to where I didn't want nobody to know it's me. So I was like, oh, perfect, let's do it. And then I knew it would be a different vibe, different type of artist. And like, people be scared to grow. Like, nigga, it's time to grow. Like, it was my knock on the door. Like, so I took it. And, you know, shit, I ain't never went back.
24 hours, man. You know what I'm saying?
where the name come from?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Like, they was calling me a ride. My brother had a show in New York, a Supreme show actually, and he went somewhere else, and somebody called me a ride to the hotel, but the Uber dropped me off at the wrong spot. And at this time, in the last few days, we've been trying to think of a new name, like something new. And I'm just walking, and I'm like, man, I might need to move to New York. Everything is fucking open, bro. 24 hours, right? How was the mind frame? We go back to the hotel, we kicking it, some. My boy like, I'm about to go get something to eat. I'm like, man, it's 3 a.m. He like, bro, 24 hours in. I'm like, man, shit, that's like me in the studio. I might as well say, and then I ain't gonna lie, everybody's kind of like, hey, that motherfucker hard.
That might be
24
that
hours
one.
hard. Like, that shit hard. So I was like, shit, yo, get a cover art, put the name, take the song, put it on sound. Like, let's just go. If it work, it work. If not, I'm still Rizzy, and I can still go to any part of Atlanta and nigga be like, why Rizzy, what going down? Why I ain't seen you? Like, I still done made a name somewhere. You know what I mean?
That's real.
That's smart.
Really 2 Chain effect, you know?
That's what I'm about to say. It was like definitely some rebranding top 2, because it's like
That's some good ass rebranding. Though.
Yeah, for sure.
Niggas barely get one shot. Oh, I'm blessed. Like, shit, I ain't gonna lie. If you could wake up and if you could make money off shit that you don't mind doing, you blessed.
Nah, for sure.
Shit that you want to do, you even more blessed. See, I say don't mind doing.
Yeah,
If
it's
you
a
make money
difference.
off something that you don't mind
It's
doing,
different.
Like, I don't mind. I'm making money. You can make money off something you love.
Yeah,
you're blessed.
yeah, that's real.
Real.
So I'm blessed.
How you and Ty Dolla $ign link up?
So I knew him as Rizzy. Well, put it like this: we met when I was Rizzy, but when I look back at that picture, I even told him like, don't ever take no picture of me like this again. Like, yeah, it was the picture like hey Ty, let me get a picture. Like it was that motherfucker. Yeah, it was that motherfucker. So that was cool. But then Tokyo, like these numbers was going crazy on my SoundCloud because I put this song up with him. So when I'm like, man, he need to be in New York, because in Atlanta at this time, like right now in Atlanta, we got so much press going on that like 7 years ago, like there was press, but not as many.
Yeah.
So it's like we got to go to New York because everybody in New York and all these pages that's hitting you, Complex, Mass Appeal, all these people in New York. I think I asked somebody on my team like he need to go to New York. They're like, nah, he not ready for it yet. Man, I kid you not. I never told a story. I'm like, man, how can we get and at this time we moving deep because like Tokyo was big on like, yo, I don't want to just be me. I want us to be like how Taylor Gang is or like how Joey Badass is with his crew.
Yeah.
So like I know you Rizzy and you kind of popping, but you could be a part of the crew too. But we need to start a crew, and we started me and Tokyo's label, which is Private Club Records.
Gotcha.
We started that. So Salma was in that. A bunch of other people was in there. How we supposed to get 12 people to New York? These flights, we looking at flights. I'm like, bruh, I just seen the sign that said fucking, I don't know, maybe $10 for a bus ticket. And everybody, like literally, everybody like, shit, we all go together. I don't mind shit.
Okay. Road trip.
We literally, everybody literally, our camera got everybody. We had like 12 seats. We got on the mega bus. It drove us to New York City. We get off in New York City. We book our Airbnb. We all go there. Tokyo has no press. he tweets like a picture or something like, first time in New York, I want to go to some offices. We have a press run. They left and right. Oh, could he come by here? Could he come by here? And he not just walking in there himself. He like, yo, this the private club. This everybody. Like, so we bump into Ty Dolla $ign at Hot New Hip Hop. And Ty's like, yo, he like, I'm fucking with it. I'm like, yo, we met. He's like, oh yeah, you fuck with Wiz. Like, me and Wiz was already cool at the time. So he like, yo, y'all got a show in New York? I'm like, we actually just came for press. Before that press day was over, we had a show in New York. Somebody like, yo, could he come over here? Ty shows up to the show in the crowd. Like, put it like this, Tokyo didn't get no money for the show, didn't get no bottles, no liquor, no nothing like this. When Ty showed up to the show, they somehow figured out how to carve a section out, bring some liquor out. We looking like, damn, this is our show. And you know what I mean? But it wasn't even about that. We was just, me personally, I was just hyped like, this is my baby brother.
Yeah.
And this nigga Ty has went out his way to figure out where this hole in the wall is to come to his show. So that's how we link again. He's on Tokyo shit heavy. So what do you think happens? He's looking at his SoundCloud. He asked Tokyo, but what about this 24 kid? You got to introduce me to, like, this kid's dope. He telling me he dope. Like what? You know what I mean? I'm not telling nobody me. So
That's
it's like,
funny,
why would you expect this me? So he DM'd me. He DM'd me and was like, yo, my cameraman told me about you. I would love to work. I already got his number. He sends me his number, though. I'm like, fuck. When I text, he going to be like, so I'm like, man, whatever. It's just time to do it. I do it. I tell him. He's like, fucking dickhead, bro. I'm like, you still trying to work? He like, pull up. It was over. Like,
okay.
We just started recording and we became real brothers, like close. Like, I know moms, everybody, his daughter, everybody. Like, we came close. And then we did a situation. We did a management deal. So we did a management deal, me and him. He had a company called The Movement. It's recently he started a new label called Easy Money. But he had a company, he had a few artists, and I toured with him. I made a lot of songs with him, you know, got to learn a lot of shit, got to meet a lot of people, got to learn how to create records from this other. You got to think, I've been in Atlanta for a long time, so I moved to L.A. and I'm working with Ty for 2-3 years on and out. Like, I get a whole nother sound, you know, and like a mainstream, you know, to where like I was in Atlanta working with a lot of underground artists, and you know, our underground artists be superstars. So it's like, you feel me? And nigga say, man, I was working with this underground artist. Yeah, he thug now, but at the time, he was just a nigga. They was campaigning. You know what I mean? So over there, it's a lot. In LA, it's just different. It's like it's clean cut. You on or off. Like, what's poppin'? So it's like being with Ty, he one of the big dogs over there. So it's like, I got a chance to work with a lot of the YGs and all types of people. But when I got back to Atlanta, it's like, you know, a lot of homies like, man, you from LA now, man. But it was like, you gotta think our big dogs in Atlanta, that's the biggest guys, was coming over there. And of course they gotta get in the studio with Ty. That's like the Nate Dogg of the West Coast. So, you know, I'm bumping into 2 Chainz with Ty, like, yo, let me introduce you. And he like, man, Rizzy, what's happening? Like, it ain't that, like, and that really showed me, like, nah, it go, people understand. And people pay attention. It's just when it's the right time, we're gonna talk about it. You know what I mean?
That's real.
Like, we really running our own marathon, and it's like the movie get watched in the end. Like, you know, and I ain't really look at it like that until, you know, my partner just passed. Like, and I really saw like when PNB Rock passed, the very same day he got the #1 song in the world, and I'm just like, this shit crazy. Me and this man used to have talks about 50% of the people that posted like my nigga, like, you know what I mean? So it's like, it was different for me. That's my man, but it made me look at what we living in and what we working on at the moment. Like the podcast right now, we're here and it's lit. We talking about other episodes and stuff, but like when it's all said and done, and man, this is our last episode, bro, but people can still check it out. It's gonna be even more litter than what it was.
Yeah,
because it's like people like to watch something. People like a success story. How you want to go back and check everything that I missed. It's like a vlog for Wiz Khalifa. We grew up seeing them
vlogs.
Them
Vlogs
like,
is
it's
crazy.
somebody that found out about him 3 years ago and was like, yeah, and then I started watching all the day-to-day. I'm on season, like, oh, wow, you look at it like that. Like, you don't know. He said, you know, you putting them out. It's how artists putting out all this music and you're not getting so many views and you looking discouraged and want to take your music down. And then that same artist go to jail and he number one.
Yeah.
Like, but everybody listen to me now. Like, it's only a matter of time before something changes. I remember seeing DaBaby, literally seeing DaBaby and people trying to give me CDs and stuff like that. I'm like, man, this thing got a diaper on. Like, who is cut? Like looking like I didn't know. I'm just like, this is a grown ass man. Like, diaper. Like, in South by Southwest. So it wasn't on my, I'm like, oh, he just trying to get some attention or whatever. And I ain't, to fast forward to see it and be like, man, like, you don't know what is what, who
That
is
boy a
who,
genius.
and what's going to happen,
I remember that was 2017. We was in South by Southwest. He was walking down 6th Street with a diaper on. He had a big ass cross.
Yeah.
And
Baby
that's when
Jesus.
He
was
was
there.
going by Baby
Yeah,
Jesus.
you was
Yeah,
there.
Baby Jesus.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I was like, damn, who the fuck is this with this diaper on? That shit was genius.
That shit.
That was
Yes, you remember that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Couldn't forget that shit.
And still remember that shit.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
It's just I seen a lot of different things like that didn't go to where, like, damn, you got to have a lot of heart and a lot of, like, to get out there and do that. But at the time, it didn't turn me on. It didn't make me be like, gotta know who you is, partner. It's like,
Right,
man,
right.
look at this nigga. Like, and I was one of those.
Yeah.
To where, like, I ain't even get a man music a chance yet. You know what I mean? So when I finally gave it a chance and really sat down, like, man, forget all the hype, and this man rap, I'm like, bro, hard. Bro,
Yeah,
hard.
crazy. Yeah.
So check this. You working with, all right, you said Ty Dolla $ign. You working with Ty Dolla $ign, PNB Rock, Tory Lanez,
Catalog is I got
Future,
Thug,
Krishan.
I ain't never had one with Krishan.
You got one with Krishan.
For real?
Yep. It's out.
You got one with Krishan.
Which
You
Krishan?
know.
Krishan.
Rock.
Krishan with, not Krishan the girl. Krishan from right now. Krishan from right now.
Krishan, my
Yeah.
guy. Yeah, we got a hit.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, I ain't even met Shawty. Krishan Rock.
Nah, I would have said Krishan Rock.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? Krishan.
First name basis.
So,
you
You having sung with all these people. How do you feel like you able to, like, all right, I can go neck and neck with these people? You know what I'm saying?
I feel I can go neck because it wasn't even from those songs. The reason is, like, one, I probably been doing it like just as long or longer. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of kids sometimes mistake me for being 21, 22. Like, like, oh, you don't even know what Rizzy is.
yeah.
It's cool. I ain't about to tell you either. Like,
Yeah, fact.
because the people that do know. So it's like when you look at my catalog, and I say catalog, not the unreleased songs. When you look at the songs that have been published out there, it's from Krishan to DMX to every like you go young, like Lil Pump to somebody up there, Dream, like this big gap, and it's like I feel like it's only because of the music. Like, that's not because of anything of I heard, man, 24 hard. Like, it spread like that to a point where, like, I just did this playlist for Apple, and it shows like 24 greatest hits or whatever, and I'm just kind of like looking, and I'm like, damn, Tyga, Wiz Khalifa, Kid Ink, DMX. Like, I'm just like, yo, and it's over time, but it's like when you look at it, it's like, damn, bro, like, one day this will be credited what it need to be and what it is. But at the same time, when you look at this record sales, is like the streams and stuff, like, I'm kind of in the matrix, so I don't see it. But like, it'd be a kid that get a song from me, like, man, I just seen your Spotify, bro. You got million monthly listeners, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. I guess I'm so looking at Bad Bunny and looking at the bigger numbers where I'm like, 1 million, but I want 30 million. You know what I mean? But
No, going
it's
crazy.
just levels, you know. And to me, once I said, bro, I don't care what aspect of the game I'm in. If I can make money in this game, I'm in it. 'Cause
For
I
sure.
love music. So it's like, if it's managing, if it's doing the part, whatever is gonna make you money, you know,
For
because
sure.
the respect, you know what I mean? Nobody can take your name.
So speaking on the game, man, listen, you feel me? We got a game that we're going to play with you, but we're going to have to take a little break.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? We'll be right back. You dig what I'm saying? It's the Purple Shell Podcast. Yeah.
Sir.
Let's go.
The Purple Shell.